All right, yeah, it's 7:44 here live on the 5 Plus app. It's a fear that many parents have. One woman knows all too well the profound loss of losing a child. Carrie Schmitt runs a local nonprofit called Love Like Jackson and dedicates her time to provide resources, grief bags, and therapy to families navigating that same heartbreak.
Yeah, and Carrie is here with us this morning. Thank you so much. I know you're going to talk about this unique fundraiser and raising awareness, but will you first of all please tell us about Jackson?
I would love to. So my son Jackson was a healthy young 7-year-old. He was 2 months away from getting his black belt in Taekwondo. His legs started to hurt, and so we were concerned, but we kind of thought maybe it was just growing pains. Went to the doctor, to the emergency room. We were really pursuing all of it. I was also a surrogate at the time. So I was 7 months pregnant when his legs started hurting. And so July 8th, I gave birth to a healthy baby boy. 6 days later, we took Jackson to the hospital. That day, we found out he had a 9-inch tumor in his femur. He had developed a flap on his mitral valve, which we had no idea what that was. And it was releasing clots, and he had had multiple strokes. And it was just completely unbelievable, shocking, because he had just been swimming in a pool 5 days before that. So in the span of 6 days, he had multiple strokes and died on July 20th, 2019. It was a complete and total shock. And to be honest, it still is a shock at times. Our younger son was 3.5, and he started having terrible anxiety right away. And I was like, okay, help. I don't know how to do this. And we were fortunate enough to find an organization that helps families whose children have cancer. And so my work is really kind of more dedicated to people that might fall into a category that doesn't go there, you know? And so it all came from my own pain and my own need to help him. So we put together grief bags that have books for parents and children, and all those books were books that helped us too. And we also fund art, music, and play therapy for children whose sibling has died, because siblings are often called forgotten grievers.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And so can you talk about that a little bit? Because
Yes.
you said Ivan was 3 at the time.
Ivan was 3, yeah. All the statistics say that kids don't understand the permanence of death until they're 4.5. Just developmentally, they just can't understand it. And so we, had to do a lot of talking. There was a lot of questions that were extremely painful to answer, but his therapist says it's better out than in. And so we got him into play therapy very quickly, and that early intervention really made a huge difference. He's like basically the poster child for the work that we do. He's an American Ninja Warrior, and we just got back from finals in Dallas, Texas, and that's been such a huge part of his story.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, your story kind of takes your breath away as I was listening, like, so sorry you had to deal with that and are still dealing with it. But that expression through that play therapy and then now American Ninja Warrior, I imagine it is exactly what he needs.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's been hard, and I don't like to sugarcoat it. I wish this wasn't my story.
Yeah.
But with my background in social work, it was just like I felt very called to helping other families who've been through this, because I didn't know anyone else who had lost a child. And I was maneuvering it all by myself. And like, I know I can't take the pain away, but I know that I can help give people resources and just let them know that they're not alone.
Right. Oh my goodness. And tell us about your silent prom, because that's, a joyful thing.
It is,
and it's
it is.
unique.
Yeah. Well, so, I started Love Like Jackson during the pandemic.
Okay.
And so it was very hard to have an event during that time because you couldn't gather. And so August 2022 was kind of like the first time that people felt comfortable getting out, And so I'm like, okay, I just want to do something fun. And so a friend of mine has something called Glow Event Company, where everyone has headphones on. So you walk in and you can't hear the music. And there's 3 different types of music being played. And so it's actually hilarious because, when you have headphones on, you sing really loud. And you can also hear people's dancing, and it sounds like a horse stampede. I mean, I'm not kidding you. And that time was the first time since Jackson died that I belly laughed. Like, because it was just, everybody was having fun and people needed it so much at that time. And so I really took a risk doing something different. But it's like, I can't explain it. You just have to come. You just have to experience it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Unbelievable.
That's
And
so
just
wonderful.
moving and getting the motion going
Yeah.
and distraction. I have done it on a vacation
It's
recently.
fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and you changed the radio or you changed the songs. Maybe it was Miley Cyrus or
Right.
something,
Oh,
and then it
wow.
was like this club music, and somebody's really grooving on the club music, and you can't hear anything. And then you have your phone out,
Yeah.
and there's no sound either, right?
Right.
But you hear all these sounds. What a great company.
And if you don't want to do it, it's okay. You can just sit and watch, and you can
Right.
actually have a conversation. You can hear people talking.
Great
Like,
point.
you don't have a headache at the end of the time because the music was so loud, you know? So it's really, really fun.
Really great.
Oh, and it's your third one, right? And it's a fundraiser to do a fourth one.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
and it will provide all those grief bags that you
Yep.
mentioned and other things too.
Yep. We're always looking for sponsorships, and we actually, this year is the first year that we're doing it with kids also. Everything I do is family focused. It was kind of an adult event before, but we're gonna have a channel just with like music that the kids would like. So kids love it. You know what I mean? Like it's really, it's so unique, but it's something that you really just have to try.
I love it. And then when is it? Where can people learn more?
Yeah, it's August 23rd from 6 to 9 at Baldwin Golf Course. And it is, I got a little distracted on that.
Sorry, because I think I put in O'Fallon. Did I
That's
make
okay. That
mess
was
up?
our
That
last
was
year's.
last year?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry about
That's okay.
that.
You're
That's
actually
gosh.
doing incredible, Carrie.
Yeah,
I
you were
four
doing-
cameras and us grilling you and
I know,
all
I
of
made a
that.
mistake on that. I'm so
that's okay.
sorry.
We all
okay,
make mistakes.
yeah.
We all make mistakes. So so it is August 23rd from 6 to 9 at Baldwin Golf Center.
Okay, I will
right.
get that right online.
Yes,
So
yes.
thank you so much. Thank you
Yes.
for the work that you're doing and really making your pain into so much empowerment and help and healing for so many families.
Yes.
And I
really
bet it
appreciate
heals. Obviously, you said it before. It can't take the pain away from even yourself, but there is probably some little light spots. Because
It's
of
how
that.
I love Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, Carrie, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
You're gonna have to take a
you.
lot of pictures though and send them to us
Yeah.
of the event. We want to see it.
You guys can come.
Yeah, we would love to come. That'd be so
You're
fun.
invited.
All right, absolutely. You don't want to see my dancing. It's distracting.
No, you don't want to see Paul's dancing.